Welcome to the broadcast now. We start this bulletin from Kitui County, where search and rescue operations for trapped miners in Bondo enters day 4 today, where one survivor pulled out of the rubble today. One body was also removed from the Abimbo gold mine collapse site, where rescuers have been camping since Thursday when the collapse occurred. 5 gold miners are still missing. Our reporter Kevin Ogutu is on ground. Kevin, what more do we have now?
Well, this is yet another strange Sunday for the residents of Abimbo here in Bondo sub-county in Siaya County. And as we speak right now, this is day 4 since the tragedy struck here when this particular gold mine, where we are right now, caved in and trapping in about 8 miners. And so far, 3 have been rescued alive, with one person being being found dead, and that brings the total to 4 out of a possible 8. But now one was rescued yesterday evening, and then again this particular morning at about 6:15 another one was rescued, and they are all at the Bondo sub-county hospital where they are recuperating. What is giving people hope is that there have been communication between those who are still trapped in and those who are involved in the rescue operation here. And the latest that we have is that there's a new, whatever is going on right now from the pictures that we have is that they are trying to really create space for a part of the tunnel so that they can easily access those who have been trapped in here. And this is what has been going on here for quite some time now. And they are hoping that with the constant supply of air which is being done here using a compressor, then those who are in there will be able to really survive, and up to that point where they will be rescued. So as we speak right now, we are hoping that we still have 4 trapped in there, and those who survived, the survivors who've been rescued this particular morning, told those who are involved in the rescue mission that those who are down there are still alive, and they were in constant communication. And of course, this is a very important point, given that this is a time when the family and friends of those who've been involved in this are in very serious anguish, and therefore that news that they are still alive and they are able to talk, in as much as, of course, they are being beaten by hunger. It's been 4 days without eating, without water, but it's important, or it's promising to hear that they've been communicating. So this is going to take a better part of today, or maybe tomorrow, and maybe up to the point where they'll think they can access them. Then, of course, they may employ another tactic. One other thing that pulled people back was the fact that there was a fire at the Maranda High School dormitory, and then now gave the emergency team divided attention, such that part of them had to rush there to see what was happening. But again, the fire has since been contained, and we expect the entire team to come here to oversee everything that has been going on. And just before we can call it a day from this particular end, I would like to engage one of the residents here to maybe take us through what they were able to see before we came here. Welcome to KTN News. Yes, you mentioned that you've been here for some time following. What is it that you've been able to observe ever since this thing started today morning? We are made to understand that 2 have already been rescued, and they are recuperating at Bondo Sub-County Hospital.
Yes, thank you. This is a work that has taken these people almost 3 days. Today, last night, the 3 were rescued. Today, I've just talked to those who are involved in rescue activities. He has told me today that he went down and they were talking to the few that are there. They are really praying there. They are strong. They are all leveling that they are even singing God's song. They can also know who is speaking. They can get the voice. So they are only hoping that those people can reach them fast, that they can be able to be taken out. The supply of oxygen is constant, because after 5 minutes they are given. So we have hope that God will take them through. God that has been with them for 4 days will be able to take them through, that at least they come out alive.
Well, this must be a very difficult time for them in terms of hunger. Of course, they've not eaten. Or have you found a way of making food reach them?
No. The fact that they are only being supplied by oxygen, and it's very difficult for them. But we hope that with God that rescued, that had miracles, this one can also be one of the miracles that is happening in the country. So we believe it will happen. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Well, it has been day 4 and counting, and everyone is hanging on to hope that at least for those who've been in constant communication with those outside who are involved in the rescue operation, then they will be able to come out alive and reunite with their families. As at now, the search mission is continuing, and everyone is hanging on to hope that all will be well. Back to you in studio.
Kevin, before I let you go, maybe you can bring us to speed with regards to any assistance from, say, the military, also psychosocial support for those whose loved ones are trapped in there, also those who've been taken to hospital. How are they doing?
Well, so far we've seen 3 miners being rescued here, and only 1 person being found dead. That brings to a total of 4 out of a possible 8. And what we are seeing here are just excavators. We are not seeing any military presence here. And apart from the excavators and people who are involved in the rescue mission here, we are only seeing a remarkable presence of the security agencies. But for the first person to be rescued, we managed to get hold of him yesterday. He's called Livingston Odhiambo, and we talked. He was in hospital for a short time, and then he was discharged. But made to understand that especially the person who was rescued this particular morning is not in a particularly good state because of maybe the circumstances where he was while being in there trapped. So he's recuperating at Bondo Sub-County Hospital. But again, we are hoping that those ones who've been communicating with those who are outside involved in rescue mission, of course, may come out maybe stronger, because just made to understand that they've even been singing from down there. So yeah, everyone is just hopeful, but so far we are not seeing the involvement of military or any other agency in this operation, just the excavators and of course the locals here who are well versed with these particular tunnels, who are helping in this search and rescue mission. Back to you in studio.
Thank you very much, Kevin Ogutu, bringing us up to speed with the rescue operations happening in Abimbo in Siaya. Now we go to Mada's election, and members allied to ANC have called on the government not to